If you love Wall Street, then you're going to love 99 Homes.
What do you see out there?
I see homes.
I just saw 9 opportunities making a lot of money.
99 Homes is very similar to Wall Street in terms of both story and style. In terms of style, every shot, as I remember from speaking with the director when I saw this movie a few months back in April, he said every single shot feels like a punch in the gut. Much like Wall Street, the camera moves around a lot. You get a lot of shots where the camera's pushing in on someone and is always moving around as if you're just constantly in this haze of you don't know what to do, you're questioning your own morality, you don't know what's going on around you, and that's kind of what Andrew Garfield's character feels throughout the movie. Wall Street kind of had like a high contrast style to it, and in 99 Homes, it's high contrast, but it's not too high contrast. Not everything is orange and overly pretty, but it's just kind of like very hot, very white, but sort of with a more standard color palette to it. Andrew Garfield's Dennis Nash is similar to Charlie Sheen's Bud Fox. Not Butt Fox, Bud Fox.
Bud Fox. Sounds like butt fox.
He sort of is a guy who has the right intentions and has a good heart, but along the way meets the devil, who is Gordon Gekko, played by Michael Douglas in the film. In this film, he meets Michael Shannon's character, Rick Carver, in the movie. Charlie Sheen was sort of cheating the economy.
Look at that. Look, are you gonna tell me the difference between this guy and that guy is luck?
Sort of cheating the American people by manipulating the stock market in order to kind of become a millionaire. His real-life father, who's also plays his character's father, doesn't approve of what he does.
What I see is a jealous old machinist who can't stand the fact that his son's become more successful than he has.
What you see is a guy who never measured a man's success by the size of his wallet.
And in this film, Nash's mother, Lynn, does not approve of the decisions that her son Dennis is making by foreclosing other people's houses so that he can end up making money of his own, trying to support his family.
This is your house.
Let's go home. This isn't funny.
I'm not joking, Mom.
This is somebody else's, and I want our house. I want to go home.
And through trying to support his loved ones, they don't like the fact that he's foreclosing homes just like how he was foreclosed through the man who foreclosed them on him. And now he's doing the devil's deed, which is Rick Carver. You have all those sort of characters that are very similar. You had that look that's similar, but the movie film's unique and one of itself. It doesn't feel like it's just aping the style, but rather inspired from it, giving something original, where your characters are more fully grounded, quite honestly, than Wall Street was. Even the bad guy in the film, you could see sort of why he makes the decisions that he makes without the movie feeling like he has a big emotional moment that says, oh, this horrible, tragic thing happened in my past, and that's why I'm doing what I do.
Winnie, you got no idea how much I beat myself up, how many mistakes I made as a father.
The thing I loved about Michael Shannon's Rick Carver in the movie is, yeah, he's the bad guy, but we get a sense through his monologues, through what he says to Andrew Garfield, that he's kind of right.
America doesn't bail out the losers. America was built by bailing out winners.
Kind of like Michael Douglas's greed is good speech.
The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right.
We get that in the film. But here, it's done in a little more of an intimate way where we can understand it on a personal level rather than just, I'm a bad guy, here's why I'm a bad guy. Insert like the Joker, this is why society sucks monologue.
When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
We get that, just like everyone else, Rick Carver wants to support his family, much like Andrew Garfield's Dennis Nash wants to. He's someone who's stuck in a situation like all of us are in. What if my house got foreclosed like him? But I end up running into that guy who fucked me over. But this guy's like, hey.
I'll pay $50 cash.
What? Are you kidding me?
$50 shouldn't be a joke to you, son.
If you take down all these homes, you can make a shit ton of money and you can end up getting your own great home. Who is to say that I wouldn't do that? Who is to say that you wouldn't do that? Who is to say anybody wouldn't do that? Where our protagonist ends up being thrown in a situation where he morally has to do something wrong, but through sort of the temptations of greed, he does take that dark path. It really is a film about morality. It has a very open-ended ending where, let's just say, character A makes a decision and then character B takes an action against it. I think it actually is a great open-ended ending, much like Tom Hanks at the end of Castaway, where he's looking at the two crossroads and he doesn't know where to go. 99 Homes sort of gives you that option of saying, okay, we're not going to just spell out what happens to these characters. You figure it out for yourself, and it ends up respecting the audience's intelligence rather than just sort of telling them what's going to ultimately happen to these characters by the end of the movie. I'm filming this review right now in front of my house because house foreclosures are a personal issue. This is something that isn't political. All right, political issues I think we should throw out because political issues are personal issues. Personal things that happen to people, whether it's a war, people you love have been bombed and killed. If it was the economy, people that you love have been robbed, cannot find a good job because of corporate interests opposing to individualistic needs.
The richest 1% of this country owns half our country's wealth.
99 Homes addresses this like a lot of films and cinema does not address this today.
When you work for me, you're mine.
If it weren't for this home, if it weren't for where I was growing up, I couldn't even afford this fucking camera that I was filming on right now. I couldn't afford these lights. I couldn't afford this sound. I was brought in a situation where I'm given things that I'm blessed to be given with. And what about people who are not given that at all? What about people who are losing their homes right now? What if you were put in Andrew Garfield's situation? What would you do to help yourself, to help your family? And that's what this movie does so beautifully, and that's why it's one of the best pictures of the year. Please go see 99 Homes.